with Hesitant Alien, now now you're a guitar player.
Oh yeah,
and you know, as where most people think of you as just the front man.
Right.
How's that journey been for you?
Well, it was pretty crazy. I've yet to really play it on stage. I haven't played it on stage yet because the energy feels different playing them live. It feels like, not only does it feel like I don't want to be tied to an instrument, it doesn't necessarily feel like the crowd might want to see that either. So I'm thinking about them and what they're coming to see. But I had to really learn how to play guitar. I had always written on a guitar, but then when it came time to make this album, I really had to figure it out. So I played every day for about 7 months. I played every day for 5 to 6 hours. I'd start in the morning. I just had a very small Fender frontman amp. And whatever Fender guitar I had, and I just started. It was usually a Jazzmaster, and I was just playing on that constantly, coming up with songs or just playing the same thing over and over again. Then I really learned from being in the studio with Doug, because when you start tracking and the light's on, you got to be on. You know, you really have to get in the pocket and learn to play with a click. So, you know, I did, which is usually startling for guitar players that have been playing for a while too, to go into a studio and have to do that. So I had a trial by fire with it. I had to learn and then be able to do it in the studio at the same time. So I learned really quick.
Well, it seems like you know, the album is pretty guitar driven. It's really fuzzed out and big tones, real twangy, big distorted tones, very Fender sound. It seems like you've definitely gravitated towards the Fender sound guitar-wise. Is that was that a conscious thing, or is that just the instruments that spoke to you?
You know, it's the instruments that spoke to me. It was also conscious, because I knew the kind of record I wanted to make was very fuzzy, and I knew the sound and the kind of twang and the jangle that I wanted. You know, in MCR it was largely Gibsons and Epiphones, you know, which is interesting because my very first guitar was a Fender Stratocaster, and I'd always gravitated toward those instruments. Definitely because of Billy Corgan. Sure. Was kind of my entryway into, and obviously Kurt Cobain, just like he was, you know, picking up these old Fenders from pawn shops at the time. And so I'd always loved Fender, and I always played on Fender. The other types of guitars felt very strange to me. So I collected Fenders over the years, and I think you guys actually have one or two of them.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But I collected them over the years, and I just love playing on them, you know? So that's all the guitars I had were all Fender. And
you still got that old Strat that you, your first one?
I do, yeah. It's like a Lake Placid blue that's a little beat up. The neck is shot in terms of, I mean, it's got some water damage, but I still have it.